What is up, YouTube? It's your boy Latios Ultima here, and in this video I'm going to be going over quite a bit of things that I kind of wanted to go ahead and talk to you guys about, as well as I'm going to, of course, give you guys my overall thoughts of the latest Pokemon Unite patch notes. So if you guys are just curious about what are my personal thoughts on the patch notes, I will have a timestamp either in the description or in the comments. So if you guys just want to get to just those thoughts and hear my take on it, just click that timestamp and it will take you there to that particular point of the video, because I think this video is going to be kind of long, because there's a couple things I do want to talk about in this video before we get to the patch notes. So again, if you guys just want to check out the patch, my thoughts on it, just go ahead and click on that patch. Click on that, it'll take you straight to the area where you guys will get to hear my thoughts on it. We'll go over everything and then I'll give you guys my thoughts on that. But first things first, I wanted to go ahead and talk about a couple things that I wanted to go over in this video. First off, I want to say thank you to everybody who has been enjoying my Pokemon Nuzlocke, that my recent one that I just recently finished. By the time you're watching the video, it'll either A, it'll be finished, or B, I might still be going for the finale of it after this video, but depending on what it is. I also want to apologize that this week I haven't been doing as much streams as I had wanted to, because as you guys probably may or may not know, I have actually been dealing with quite a bit of allergies this whole week. Honestly, I've been sneezing a lot, been coughing a lot. It's also affected my voice quite a bit, as you guys probably heard from my other stream, which right now today, as you guys as watching this video, I honestly am feeling a whole lot better than I was before. Just have a little bit of a problem with my ear, but that's minor. At least I can finally talk again the way I used to, so yes sir. But honestly, I'm truly sorry I haven't been able to stream. That's also why I had to postpone the Smash Brothers stream I had planned for this week. But what I will be doing is, to make up for it, I will be doing that next week. In addition, the other thing I kind of wanted to talk to you about is, of course, Pokemon Unite. Why I haven't had much fun with it, and why I think where I think this game is going to go going forward. But again, what I'm about to talk about is honestly my personal thoughts. You guys are free to disagree if you guys think that anything I'm about to say may be incorrect or whatever. But again, these are just my personal thoughts, so just please keep that in mind. So yeah, Pokemon Unite. Ironically enough, my channel kind of popped up quite a bit because of this game. I've met quite a lot of y'all playing Pokemon Unite, and honestly, it's part of the reason why I've always been playing this game. Of course, I've enjoyed it quite a bit because, you know, I get to play with you guys and just have a good of a time, honestly. But a lot of things that I need to talk about is pretty much why I think that this game is just straight up dog water, because of a lot of reasons. Obviously, as some may or may not know, I already have made a stream talking about all these, but I'm kind of touching on it again because some people apparently don't understand why I play the way I play. And of course, for the sake of it, I'm going to show my records in this video, of course, so you guys can see where I'm at. But for future reference, I'm keeping mine private, of course, but I have no problem sharing my records. You just have to ask me, of course. But I don't like when people use records to tell if someone's bad. Now, granted, before anybody comes up and say, "Oh, the win rates always tell everything," no, they don't. No, they don't. Because if you guys remember the past couple of seasons, they have been pretty awful. Now, granted, I don't do rank myself. But I know a lot of people that do ranked. In fact, vast majority of the people I play with also majority do ranked as well. Trinity, of course, is one of them. Volcanic Arcanine. We have who else? Stormy Sensei. There's a lot of people that I know. Sleeping Unala, Happy. Everyone I've met playing this game that do ranked. Obviously, you guys have been an absolute blast to chill and play with, of course. There's so many of y'all that I've met with this game, regardless of whether you play ranked. Oh yeah, and of course Pancho. Shout out to my boy Pancho. But a lot of people do ranked, honestly, and their win rates don't look great. Well, I'm not saying them particularly, but I'm saying like anyone, like people can have a really poor win rate and still actually play good. And part of it is because the teammates, the matchmaking. matchmaking has been horrible. People get matched up. Like you get somebody like, okay, let's say for example, all right, I'm gonna pull up one of y'all. I'm gonna pull up Nula's records here. Hopefully he doesn't mind. But you could pretty much have a bad record, like not record, but he has about 3K battles, of course, and he gets matched up with people that only have like 500, 600. Like, how does that make any type of sense? How does that make any type of sense? Like, I just want to know that. How does that make any type of sense? How does that make any type of sense? You got someone that has like 3K that knows how to play the game, and they get matched with little Timmies. Little Timmies that have like 500 wins. Okay, now to be fair, it's not their fault because they're just getting into the whole concept of the harsher battles of Unite. But why is the matchmaking just that horrible? Like, why I honestly don't get it. I honestly don't get it. Like, I just truly don't understand what it is with teaming that they don't know how to do matchmaking. They don't know how to fix that. And I've seen people, they've been dealing with a lot of get matched with a lot of idiots. And there are people that would literally just straight up troll and throw the game, and that also affects records. And people fail to understand that. Like, people think that, oh, just because your win rate is under 50%, oh, that automatically means that you're trash. That really doesn't. Now, if somebody intentionally throws purposely, then that's actually a different story. Like, I'm gonna show you my records because I don't mind showing this. Okay. Now, keep in mind, like, most of the games I do these days is mostly just been computers. But there are times in which I do play with you guys, of course. Most of these are just really, I mostly just been playing around for fun, just playing nowadays, because I'm gonna show you guys something. If you guys go to my ranked season, I'm showing you guys this right here. Ranked all seasons. The last season, I haven't done any battles within the past couple of seasons because I haven't really had the need to really want to do ranked. So I haven't been touching ranked for the longest time. The last one, as you can see here, I haven't done a single ranked game this season, and this is pretty much my overall ranked season, a current ranked of all the stuff I've done so far. And yeah, so you guys can understand that I don't do ranked. Like I said, I don't do ranked because the matchmaking is terrible. Now, granted, if I do decide to do ranked, that's the thing I also tend to stay away from because, dealing with these little Timmies, dealing with people that would dog on you if you make a mistake that would cost the game, and we're not guiding them in the right direction. Like, hello. Now again, you get those particular trolls, aka Namiski, you already know. Then yeah, that's a different story. Then you can't teach them the way. But if it's somebody that actually is trying to learn the game, then we gotta obviously teach them how to play. Like, I've had incidents in which I've had people get mad at people that in my stream because they didn't play to the best of their ability. Which, okay, like to be fair, they should have specified that they were a new player, which I get it. Okay, that's understandable. But like, come on now. Like, this is also why I tend to stay away from ranked. This is pretty much why. Like, you guys will see the past couple. Like, I don't even remember when was the last ranked game I even played. I do remember the last ranked game I did play was actually with Maximus, which I was like a few months ago. Which, shout out to him, of course. Which I don't think I can even show that, unfortunately. No, I don't think I can. But I do remember the last ranked game I did play was with Max, and we played. And I remember like that was the last ranked game I did, and I haven't done any more ever since then. Maybe I've done like maybe one or two every so often, but overall, I'm just really not enjoying ranked. I haven't really touched ranked because of how the current state of this game is, as well as the company that they don't know how to balance Pokemon. Like, they keep bringing Pokemon that are just too strong. Like, obviously, Miraidon was a Pokemon that has been relatively too strong, if you ask me. Yeah, this Pokemon, in my opinion, is a little too strong. We have, like, they basically keep bringing the EX Pokemon theme, which is what it is, but it's like They don't know how, the problem is they don't know how to balance their Pokemon. They don't know how to balance anything in this game. That's the thing that just upsets me every time. Zacian, another one that was an issue back in the day, and they just recently and they buffed it last patch, not this patch, but like the one before. But they buffed that, and then they still don't nerf all the other problematic stuff, which we will be going over the latest patch notes, which we're going to talk about that later on. And then Mewtwo, of course, was another Pokemon that was obviously was a pain to play, especially Mewtwo Y. They just don't know how to They don't know how to balance the Pokemon well at all, and that's just one thing that I just don't like about this game. They don't know how to balance things at all. They don't know how to do anything correctly, I feel like, and now I'm starting to feel like Tenzin is actually even worse than Niantic, but that's a different topic for a different day. But I will say that for those of you obviously that were here this past Friday stream, not this week obviously, but this past week, I did do a Unite two of these losses, which I'm gonna show you guys these real quick. Two of these, I'm not gonna lie, were my fault, because this game I was actually playing Scyther, and this was before the buffs even came into play, mind you, just first and foremost before anything. This one here, and this one particularly was my fault, because I was playing Meowscarada in this game, and the other game I was also playing. I was playing Scyther. I was testing out Scyther, and part of that was because my brain completely forgot about the fact that I could have easily. I'm obviously a speedster, so I should be going for like the rips. Where we should have had them down. When we had them down, I should have went for the rips. Which, okay, I get that. So it kind of also ruined my mood, and then that's also why we kind of lost this game too, because I felt like I could have done so much better in this game in particular. Now, granted, you see this Trevor stats, you think, I did pretty good. I did pretty solid. But to be perfectly honest, I felt like, the game was just... I think it was really just those last two games before this one that kind of made me feel a little bit down. And like I said, these two games particularly here, these two were my fault, because I should have definitely maybe pushed more for the rip, because it was basically more of my instincts. I'm always about, okay, we shouldn't rip Ray because, someone can come in and steal. But then my dumbass completely muted at the fact that I'm a Pokemon that could rip, that I should have went for the rip. So that's, of course, on me. And obviously that also kind of ruined my mood about the game. And this is also why I felt like in this one, I felt like, stat-wise, it is what it is. Like, I felt like I did okay. It's just that I wasn't really feeling it with this last game, and it was because of this last game I ended that stream early. So my apologies to everybody, especially to Triv. I know he was playing with us, and I just ended abruptly. But I already admitted the fact that these two games were my fault. I should have definitely maybe pushed for Ray when we had, I think, 3-4 of them done at the time. But and also what ruined my mood when it comes to the game in particular, and it was why I also, kind of just stopped playing in general. That I just didn't really want to play the game anymore at that time. So that's why I just straight up ended my stream, all that stuff. But you know what? At least I can admit when if something is my fault, then of course I'm going to take responsibility for it. So that's how I do it. If I know something, if something I know I did is wrong, I'm of course gonna make up for it. Of course, I'm gonna admit my faults. I know when I'm bad with a Pokemon, and just move forward. Now, other people will tend to get pissed off and just talk all the dumb stuff because they're so high mighty in this game. Like, bro, get a life. Like, that's just the way I am. Okay, like, if you don't like how I do things, then just don't be here. It's that simple. There are other Pokemon Unite streamers you could chill with as well. But for those of you who do understand where I'm coming from and how I play, how I do things, I want to thank you guys so much for, understanding where I'm coming from. So, yeah. So, with that, okay, so you guys clicked over here to this part of the video in which I'm going to go. You want to hear my thoughts on the latest patch notes. So, we're going to go ahead now and talk about that. But, of course, if you guys... Again, this video is pretty long, so as you guys can probably tell by the length of this video, by the time you click this part here, so if it is long, I do apologize in advance, and there might be a little bit of lag here, so just bear with that as we go along. So with that, we're going to go ahead and turn these on right here. Okay, so this patch notes here came out, I believe, on March 12th. Correct me if I'm wrong. And of course, credit for this graphic here we're going to be using to talk about this is, of course, going to be all credit goes, of course, 100% to Moai. So definitely check him out, of course, epic content creator. So yeah, these notes patched, these dropped, honestly, and I'm mad late to go over this because, again, I was dealing with sickness and all that stuff, so I couldn't make a video a lot longer than what I expected, but better late than never, I suppose, right? So let's go ahead and get into this. So first and foremost, right out the gate, I already see Miraidon getting nerfed on its damage from his charge beam, and the effects the cooldown and the effects of thunder has also been nerfed on it. Good, definitely needed it. I think Miraidon was a Pokemon that really was doing too much work. I still think it probably will still be okay. It's still going to be pretty strong, but not too crazy. But it definitely needed nerfs. So Zakavo, get up out of here with that, please. So I'm going to go over what's been nerfed first, and then go over what's been buffed afterwards. So Miraidon's been nerfed, great. Umbreon got a nerf to the effects of the Snarl. The effects have been, I believe the effects have been reduced by 25% again. And then Melook got a range, to a range nerf basically, and a cooldown increase. Sorry, I couldn't really say, I don't know what the proper term to say for there was, but yeah, they nerfed Umbreon's range on Melook and its cooldown by 1 second, which I still think it's good, but I think these are nice nerfs, especially for the Melook, because I think Melook was definitely annoying. So now it's gonna be a little bit less annoying, but it's still gonna be there. Let's be real here. It's still gonna be there. Okay, it's still gonna be here. Like that's just the way it is. Glaceon. Now this is a Pokemon that really needed some nerfs, and they finally got nerfs on it. Ice Shard got a nerf on the effects of it, so now it's not gonna be the ice. Getting the crystals is going to take a little bit longer now, which is fantastic, which is great. And then they also nerfed the damage on the Icicle Spear Plus. So basically, this is the upgrade once you get your upgrade, which I believe you get it at level 10. So that's nice, because Glaceon, in my opinion, was just a little too strong. It needed these nerfs, so I'm really happy that they're finally doing something about this, and because I don't think it's right that there should be a single Pokemon that, not a single Pokemon, but like a Pokemon in general, that just straight up dominates the game, and there's hardly any ways to counteract it. So I'm really happy about this, honestly. So that's really great. Clefable also getting some nerfs. I think this is also needed. So the healing of Moonlight has been reduced, and gravity's cooldown has been reduced by 1 sec for 1 second, for what I've heard. That's great. Less healing is always good. Although I don't think that 1 second cooldown on gravity, I don't think it's enough. They should have maybe nerfed the effects of it. And now it's still going to be good, because it's only like a few seconds more. Then you have to wait. That's it. But I mean, maybe those seconds might still make a difference. But overall, nerfs are always great on Pokemon that definitely need it. I really think this was necessary, so I'm really happy about that. Inteleon. Now, another Pokemon that I felt like this was definitely... Now, Trinity probably will say in the comments, Inteleon didn't need nerfs. Inteleon didn't need nerfs. Listen, okay, to be fair, in the right hands, this Pokemon with Snipe Shot just does way too much damage. Even you, straight up, you can agree. Okay, let's be perfectly real here. So they nerfed the damage on the Snipe Shot on it. Fantastic. I'm happy about this. So that's amazing. I'm happy. And then they also nerfed Muscle Band. I think these are bug fixes, I think, over here with bug fixes for Scyther, Scizor, Hoopa with the Muscle Band. And then bug fixes, on Gengar, Trevenant, Blaziken, and Leafeon. So that's cool. I'm not sure exactly what those are about, but if you guys can let me know in the comments, that'd be greatly appreciated. Charizard. Now we're gonna go over the buffs here. So Charizard actually got a buff to its basic attack damage. I think this is pretty much this is pretty much because of the Muscle Band nerf, where the Charizard's basic attack would activate the Muscle Band 3 times, last I remember, but now it only activates it once. But so to fix that, they buffed Charizard's basic attack damage all around. So I think that's fantastic. I think that's a great buff for Charizard. Will it be good enough for Charizard to be able to come back into the game? Probably, but we'll just have to see. I mean, it still does have his Unite move, which can still be nasty. I'll probably will play it next Unite stream, so stay tuned for that. You already know that's coming. Come here! You guys already know. If you guys have been around my channel for the longest time, you guys don't know that's all about. So stay tuned for that. That's gonna be a lot of fun. Now, Scyther, Scizor. Now, these two got some buffs here, which I'm actually pretty excited here. So, Scyther got a buff to its basic attack effects, which I think is pretty cool. I believe this is the double hit. Also got a damage buff, which is nice. I believe that's double hit. Yeah, that is double hit, actually. That just got a damage buff, which is nice. And then Swords Dance for both of them, I think. It looks like for both of them. They got a buff on its damage and effects, so that's actually fantastic. Because personally, between the two, I've always been a big fan of playing Scizor. So these buffs are really nice because this means that now these two Scyther can become a really great assassin. In my opinion, I think Scyther is going to be really good as an assassin now, and the Scizor I think is going to do better as a brawler. So these are really nice buffs for them. I don't know I don't know how exactly broken they're gonna be. So bear with me, of course. Okay. So it's actually Scyther's boosted autos that got buffed. Okay, so they buffed the effects of the boosted autos. Okay, got it. But yeah, either way, these are nice buffs for these Pokemon. So I'm really happy. I'm really keen to see how these play out for them. So really excited to try those out. And then lastly, Greedent here. Actually, I didn't see Greedent getting a buff here, but Greedent actually got a buff to its Bullet Seed. It got a damage buff to its Bullet Seed, so I think that's also pretty cool. Greedent looks like it may be coming back. Who knows? You already see his face. You guys see his face. He's the greediest of all greens. So yeah. Is there anything else I missed? No, I think that's everything. Okay. So overall, I think this is a pretty nice patch. Now, granted, they still didn't touch Buzzwole. Buzzwole escapes this list unscathed. So Buzzwole, I think, is a mon that definitely needs to be nerfed. I think the Mewtwo's and Zacian might be okay where they are. Maybe slight nerfs possibly here and there. I could be wrong. Meowscarada definitely is in a great spot right now. I think it's a great spot, of course. I don't think there's really anything else that needs nerfs. I think the main thing that needs nerfs is just mainly, I think it's just really Buzzwole that needs nerfs left. But let me know if there's anything else that you think needs nerfs as well. And also let me know if you guys think these nerfs were good enough to finally get this game a little more balanced. But overall, I think this is a good start. This is a fantastic list. In fact, this is great. This is absolutely amazing. Well done, Timmy. This is actually really good patch notes. Really good. So yeah, guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Apologies for this video being mad long, but I wanted to make sure that I got this out. And yeah. So with that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And I will catch you guys next time. Take care.